Hey everybody, thanks for being here. This week we're shad fishing on the American River in California, and then we're on a live bait fishing adventure to the tip of the Baja Peninsula. Brought to you by Corny Ford, Procure, Clacker Craft, P-Line, Max Lure, Fishfield, Brad's Fishing, Valley Marine, Ole's Fishing Charters, and Fishing Products. Now, if you want to learn how to catch more fish, stay tuned. I'm Justin Wolf, and this is Angler West Television. We're in Sacramento looking for summertime shad on the American River with Brandon Harrell, who's test driving a Magnum Power Drifter, along with his friend, James Park.
Brandon Harrell, first time checking out the Magnum. We're here on the Lower American River. We're going to try to catch some shad.
We've got the Red Truck 6-weight 9-foot 7-inch. Great for mending line, managing line, and line control when we're indicator fishing down the Lower American here.
We've got about 5 feet between our Jadicator and the split shot, and then these are just custom flies tied by a local fly tyer named Bill Schimpf. He's an emergency responder, and he ties really awesome barbless flies for shad and steelhead out here. These get a lot of action. So we've got a really nice run here. We're going to row across, and shad like to hold in large tailouts. If you can imagine, they're like a pelagic fish, so they like to be mid-river and basically middle river column. So we're kind of moving to the left of center line down the river and hoping to run into a nice school. They kind of likes to spread out and move a lot as the striper push them around, so we're just going to try to find them in this big tail out. Set? Nice. Good job. Good job. That's what we like to see, right where they should be. That didn't take long, huh? This is my travel net right here. This is a little male. Woo! Come on. Oh. You can horse them if you want. Yeah, nice. And that's a little shad, so it's a little male. The males are about half the size of the females, the hens. Gorgeous colors. And we're gonna let them go. There you go. We do that all day.
The males run a little small like that, but that was a smaller one for what we usually are picking up these days.
We're trying to find the hens, the big females, and they can be in here. Usually the males stick together and the females stick together, so if the males are up here, then sometimes the females are a little further down. We might run the boat further up and see if there's a pod of hens kind of above this school of males. But they're a lot of fun on a fly rod, and it's an awesome fish to get new anglers into it and kids.
My 8-year-old out last week with Brandon, and in one evening session we got 11 fish in a couple hours, which was perfect for him.
Yeah.
He's learning how to fly fish, so the first fish he's ever caught where he cast himself, hooked the fish, reeled the fish, fought it all, that happened last week here on the shad, which was just amazing. So just so the bugs we can get on the flies underneath the indicator can drift more naturally. You can see I'm managing the fly line a lot, and with the riffles and the way the water moves, different parts of the river have different movement, different speeds. So I'm mending the fly line in order to get that fly, or those flies in this case,
Set.
to float as naturally as possible.
What we found out here, I don't know if it's unique to this river because this is the only river that I fish for shad, but the dead drift gets you a lot more bites fishing under an indicator than swinging or jigging on a swing. If you get into a good school early in the season, you can have a lot of good action just sort of dangling, using a space setup and kind of dangling your flies downriver. But you're never going to get nearly as many numbers as dead drifting a nymph. So it's a super effective technique. It works year round, well, all season long. Hard to beat. Set, nice. Okay. Small guy. Let me see. Come here, buddy. It's all right. Mad like a shad. There we go. Right in the nose. Shad. Gorgeous colors.
They're always fun, right?
Yeah. They look like the ocean.
Welcome back to the American River. I'm Justin Wolf. Brandon, Harrell, and James Park have found some shad and are learning that a power drifter can help you catch a lot more fish.
Easy work on a 6-weight. Nice jumper. First time on the mag, on the jet. This thing is sweet. I'm really surprised at how skinny I'm in. The water is probably about a foot deep. Right here, we're kind of getting to the other side of the river, getting around all these rafters. And yeah, I've got a lake boat, a 16-foot Lund tiller that I use, a Yamaha. It's very similar to that, but I can already tell it's got a lot more power. So we're gonna taxi ourselves back up above all these rafters and fish this run one more time. So we're kind of floating over a bunch of submerged clay. And so there's a drop off right off the edge. You can't really see it, but about 20 feet out, there's a drop off, and there's a school of fish just kind of hanging out next to all that clay down there. So they're probably trying to seek refuge from all these rafters, right? If you can imagine all the noise and the kicking and stuff, they're kind of scooting over towards this edge. So I kind of use the rafters to my advantage to kind of pinpoint where the shad are likely going to be hiding from all the racket. Little change up. Put something a little smaller on for these guys. This little perdigon pattern I tie. It's just got like a purple, pink, kind of like a peacock herl sort of color with an orange collar and a black spot on the back. Tends to work pretty good. 6 pound on top, 4 pound on the bottom. Off the bend of the hook. Right there, leave it. Half pounders like to hang out right here where this fresh water comes in. Half pounder is just a juvenile steelhead, so you can pick up steelhead. Most days you're shad fishing, you'll catch at least one steelhead. No one home. All right, go left. Give me a good like 30, 40 foot cast out there. Trying to get mid-river. Perfect, right there. I'm gonna slowly creep towards your bobber, so just start stripping in some of that slack as I get closer. Set. Nice, 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 nice. Little guy. Ooh, feisty. Feisty, feisty, feisty.
That's nice. It's better.
Nice, that is better. This is my little trout net. This thing is so, the handle is so small. Nice! Good job. A little better. This is yeah. Right, you bring your steelhead, bring your trout gear, and it works wonders for catching these guys. The net's out. That's an awesome American River shad right there. Thank you, fish. All right, let's do that again. So good thing about shad season, it's also a good time to fish for striper. So now we've got a Red Truck Diesel 9-foot 8-weight. We're using this bad boy with a pickup reel, throwing a giant white and pink clouser. And we're gonna just kind of hit the bank a few spots where I know that the striper like to hang out. This is a fast sinking line, and hopefully we get into them.
With this water-soluble scent, it won't mess with the fly's action or how it swims.
So striper season will run from about May all the way through August classically, but we're catching striper all the way until October, until they get kicked out of the river by the salmon basically, and the salmon kind of push the striper out of all their haunts, and the salmon kind of get to take all the prime water for themselves, which is kind of cool to see. So usually when the salmon come, striper season's done, And then we're quickly kind of moving into steelhead season about a month after that. Right when we were striper fishing, we hit one of those infamous clay banks. And so I know there's shad out here, so I'm gonna get some casts out and see if we can get a shad. Bonus fish. Nice, 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 nice. Go around the motor, around the motor. Play nice, play nice. Little guy. Thank you, fish. Right in the nose, that's what we like to see. Kind of bent out, so I need to replace that. But little male, again. Little guy. They're in there.
Up next, we're heading down to the Baja Peninsula, but first, here's your Fish Field Tackle Connection. Now, if you want to do some shad fishing and you're not into fly fishing, then all you need to do is go to fishfield.com and get yourself a couple sets of the mini grub kits, the Fishfield mini grub kits. One's pink, one's green, get one of each, mix and match for contrast, and that's an inexpensive, easy, and extremely effective way to catch shad. I can tell you that from experience. Now, let's go down to the Baja Peninsula and check out some incredible live bait fishing.